Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's Zia Missing, available on Amazon, paperback and ebook. Coming soon, Missing 2 by Mia Molson's Zia, double the suspense, double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including theories, quizzes, opinions, and more. Amazon.com, keyword Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Check it out today. And the Sensei is waiting, Eric Diamond with all of me, including I've Got a New Heartache, Bring Me Sunshine, Strike a Match, and more. EricDiamondMusic.com. Check it out on your favorite podcast platform and more. We're here with two terrific gentlemen coming together. We have a film producer and a director, owner of a wonderful production company specializing in developing a wide range of content from original screenplays to book adaptations, and also works include Prisoner's Daughter, Anatomy of a Murder, which won several awards, Rendezvous in Black, Rindo, and also The Secret Detective, Swimming in Atlanta. And another gentleman who's with us is an LA-based writer-producer and founder of Soul Mining Productions, and his works include The Apology, Jimmy Westwood, American Hero, and also several theatrical plays at the Wilshire Able Theater, which has also won awards as well too. And talk about a new movie that's a dramatic examination of parent-child relationships and how the media shapes our society. And the movie is called All There Is. Live, ladies and gentlemen, at Plus Studios, somewhere in San Diego and somewhere in Los Angeles. We got two wonderful gentlemen, film producer, director, and owner of Sam Okun Productions, and also a gentleman, LA-based writer, producer, and founder of Soul Mining Productions with All There Is. Ladies and gentlemen, multi-talent, Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Well, it's great to have you on board, guys. So, Sam, you're a film producer and director and owner of Sam Okun Productions, specializing in developing a wide range of content from original screenplays to book adaptations. Your works include Prisoner's Daughter and also Anatomy of a Murder, which won several awards, and also Rendezvous in Black and Rear Window, also Six Detectives, Swimming in Atlanta. And Amir, you're an LA-based writer, producer, founder of Soul Mining Productions. Your works include The Apology, Jimmy Westwood, American Hero, and several theatrical plays at the Wilshire Able Theater. And you have a new movie, which is a dramatic examination of parent-child relationships and how the media shapes our society, centers on a troubled teenager whose world is uprooted when a tragedy involving her best friend is blamed on her movie star dad. Controversial sci-fi film, and the movie is called All There Is. And before getting all that, guys, tell us how you first got started.
Well, I'm the writer of the script. I started about 7 years ago, believe it or not, and went through many drafts. I met Sam at my kid's school, and he was kind enough to read the script, and it resonated with him. He called me right away afterwards, and he wanted to be involved, and that's the genesis of it. Basically, this is 7 years in the making. Sam and I met about 7 years ago, also, but this script, I think I showed it to Sam about 3 years ago, and we made it happen.
Mm-hmm. And certainly did as well too. And of course, we'll get to Amir in a minute as well. You're an LA-based writer, producer, founder of the Soul Mine Productions. And how'd you get your career started?
Well, that was me. I've been writing, for about 15, 20 years. This is my second movie that I've written and produced. And basically, this came about with my co-writer, who's Arish Homanpour. We got together and we kind of started brainstorming about this. We wanted to write something about teen mental health, which we thought was a very important topic, and that's basically the genesis of it.
Okay. And what was that one precise moment simply influencing what you do in the rest of your career?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what was that one precise moment that influenced you into what you're doing?
Well, it goes way back. I guess, when I was younger, I was mostly inspired by Woody Allen, maybe I would say. That's when I saw Annie Hall, I thought, I want to do this, And another influence of mine is Charlie Kaufman, who's done Eternal Sunshine and Adaptation, being John Malkovich. Um, but I've worked in different genres. I've done comedy, dark comedy, and this one is more serious, more dramatic than the other ones.
Hmm. And who are some of your favorite directors and your favorite producers and movies growing up?
Like I said, I really enjoyed watching Woody Allen because I thought it was very original. I hadn't seen anything like that before. I liked Tarantino. I like Charlie Kaufman as a writer. Kubrick, of course. Um, many influences.
Okay, and certainly did as well too. You also worked on a number of things like Prisoner's Daughter, Natalie and Murr, which got several awards, Rendezvous with Black and Warm, and also let's go over to Sam as well too. You're a film producer, director, owner of Sam Okun Productions, specializing in developing wide range of content from original screenplays to book adaptations. And how'd you get started? Tell us about that.
I had an idea for a movie. I told a few people about it. They thought it was a really great idea, and they told me I should try to sell it. And I said, "Well, how do you do that?" And they said, "Write a treatment." And I did, and I actually did sell it. It was when I first came to Los Angeles, and I was offered a development deal from a production company. And I sort of loved the whole process and the storytelling, and I was a complete movie fanatic growing up as a kid, and uh, that was it. I just sort of dove in, and I was able to acquire along the way. I started a company with two other producing partners. We were able to acquire a lot of IP of sort of well-known books because we helped orchestrate the owners of one of the largest literary agencies in London and New York and Los Angeles, who were combining their shops, and they gave us carte blanche to their library of available books. And so, as young producers, we were able to set up quite a lot of stuff, a lot of movies at the different studios. And sometimes they would sit in development for years, and then we would resell them to television for television movies or series. And then when streaming started happening, we were able to. I eventually started my own company, but I had access to so many pieces of great literary materials that I was able to facilitate sales of that. Also, with the whole streaming world, and it sort of changed everything. And I just really love great storytelling, in any form, whether it's a piece of book, it's a book, a true story, a script, and I love the process of t turning it into a movie, which brings us to Amir's great script that he gave me, that he co-wrote with Irish Homan. That I could tell there was a super cool movie there, and that's how we got all there is. We were lucky. It's an important, timely message uh, to teens and families dealing with mental illness, and we were able to get great talent in the mix, and we were off to the races to get this movie made. And we're super excited about it and super proud of it. It's really great.
Mhm. And it sounds like it too. We'll get that part in a few minutes. And what was that one exact precise moment that influenced you into what you do in the rest of your career, Sam?
I think that it was well, I had read in high school English or literature class. We read the famous book Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and then the teacher showed us the film, and I was the Hitchcock film that actually won the award for Best Picture that year, and I think it was 1940. Um, or 41. And I was so loved the book so much, and I then I watched the film, and I loved the film so much. I think it was that at that moment, it's like this whole process is very interesting to me. And lo and behold, I ended up working with a lot of book to film adaptations. My first movie was an adaptation of the Jack London classic novel, Call of the Wild.
Oh,
And,
wow.
it was probably like the seventh film adaptation of that movie. It starred Richard Dreyfuss and Rutger Hauer. But that was the moment. It was like seeing the book to reading the book, then seeing the film. They were such both great pieces on their own, quite different in their storytelling, but that was it. That was the
Hmm.
moment.
That sounds like an amazing story. I like to have stories, done by you sometime. And who are some of your other favorite authors, writers, books growing up, and especially favorite stories? I love to hear those.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of film noir, so I love, Hitchcock and all that. I happen to be working with one of he's considered the godfather of film noir. His name is Cornell Woolrich. He started writing novels in the 30s and 40s, many of which have been adapted to film. Probably his most famous uh, novel that was adapted to a film is Rear Window, Hitchcock's Rear Window. And so I have about five of his books under option, which Rendezvous in Black is one of them. I'm a huge fan of film noir and, the thrillers, psychological thrillers. That's really my favorite.
And certainly great as D too. And coming together with all there is, we get to it with Sam Okun and also Amir Ohebsion in just 1 minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundWeb Studios. Visit online at SoundWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor, the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who live it first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has got great reviews. And Eve 11 enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Before it goes, Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Coming soon, Missing 2 by Mia Molson-Zia, double the suspense, double the fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including theories, quiz of pains, and King David Psalms. Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through Psalms he wrote, and as a time as a shepherd where it started, and complicate yet turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's story of love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out the Sweet Psalmist by Serena on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Sensei Swing Eric Diamers. It's the latest release, All of Me, featuring the title track, I've Got a New Heartache, Bring Me Sunshine, Strike a Match, and more. Eric's a multi-award winning artist, inducted in numerous Hall of Fames. Album and Entertainer of the Year. He'll be releasing a new CD soon. Check out the amazing Eric Diamond at ericdiamondmusic.com. Follow on Facebook, YouTube, and all platforms worldwide. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also on Linktree, 40 podcast platforms, heard in 100 countries. Take it with you on any mobile device. For great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. And check out the Mike Wagner Show on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, BitChute, Instagram, Rumble, and all platforms and social media worldwide. And support us on Anchor FM, and PayPal. We're here with the amazing duo of Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion here on the Mike Wagner Show with All There Is, and it is a new movie about dramatic examination of parental-child relationship and how media shapes our society, centering on a troubled teenager whose world is upended when a tragedy involved her best friends blamed our movie star dad. Controversial sci-fi film, and tell us a bit more about that. And I did get to see it, and it is really gripping. Just feels like today's like Instagram or reality. It seems like.
Yeah, it touches on a lot of themes, one being teen mental health and how parents can be disconnected from their children and vice versa, and the role of media basically in its influence on our lives, how it makes us more disconnected. Social media, where there's not as much interaction among kids, and of course between parent and child. And then in this script or film, we have a pair of parents who are career oriented, and they kind of neglect their daughter. They're divorced, and this kind of so she has to strike up a friendship. There's a theme of also the immigrant experience. So the girl's best friend is an Afghani kid who is gay and is closeted, and he has a very overprotective father who comes from a different culture, and he's afraid to come out to him. So the girl and the guy, they bond and struck up a friendship. And I don't want to give the film away, but a tragedy happens, and the film is basically about the aftermath of this tragedy and redemption between father and daughter.
And Sam, you can also throw your 2 cents as well, too, that a lot of themes have been touched and a lot of the issues are going on today. And I guess it's just, kind of think about, how could we have handled maybe 34 years ago, especially growing up with these kids?
Yeah. I mean, Amir and I both have teenagers, so it's really there's a lot of prevalent issues with the media and how it's affecting our teen kids and how they deal with it. It's really it's really important, and I think what these guys did as the writers, is so it's unique because there's a lot of ground that has not really been dealt with too much in teen films and in a drama like this. So we do feel like it touches a lot of new ground, and and I think it'll resonate a lot, especially with teens and families alike.
And of course, you're having social media with the phones, the Instagrams, TikToks, and everything getting instant gratification. And I guess I'm kind of going back to where it's like, interacting as teenagers. Like, how'd you guys deal with these issues as well, too, especially without the use of social media, which obviously never exists. It's always face to face. You have the landline. I think you also have like, pen and paper, typewriter, and maybe like video camera, tape recorder back then too. So
Yeah, completely different times, completely different days. I mean, the world is changing rapidly. The technology, nobody can keep up with it, and God knows what it's going to be like in even 2 or 3 years from now. There'll be more changes. But the voices, this movie really does resonate, and it speaks to that, really directly, and how families deal with it.
And I guess the question is like, how can families deal with this issue, especially with all the things that are really coming up? It seems like it's becoming more and more fragmented. I watched the film as well too. It seems like instead of coming together, social media, it's making it more and more fragmented and getting more and more worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely is. Go ahead, Amir.
I was going to say, unfortunately, sometimes it takes a tragedy for people to wake up. Something bad happens, and then it kind of shakes you up, and you re-examine your life and your relationships with the ones you love. And in this case, that's what happens exactly. You kind of take things for granted, and you go down a certain path, and something happens to shake you up.
Certainly as well too, and of course, having a dad that's famous, and I guess the question is, it's like, how do you handle someone that's related to a dad that's famous, or a mom that's famous, or say with brother, sister, son, daughter that's famous? It seems like people just don't know how to handle it these days. Back in the day, it's like you're just a regular person, get out and do your job, but it seems like that gets a little distorted.
Yes, in our case. The protagonist's father is a famous movie director and actor, and he makes this sci-fi film that is misinterpreted. His intentions were to make a movie to kind of pay it forward, but the kids take it the wrong way and misinterpret it. And that's another thing with media. you don't know how something's going to be taken, a film like this. So we touch on that aspect of it too.
And Sam, you can also chime in as well.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I think we've kind of said it all. It's just that the media, the effect that media is having on kids with all of the social media that they have access to is just it's changing everything. It's changing the landscape. There's certainly some great positives to it, but there's also another side that, people are very concerned about and really doesn't know how to deal with at all. So, people are struggling quite a bit, and mental health experts as well. I mean, it's everything's changed. Just like after the pandemic, everything, it's like it's just, as life goes forward and technology becomes more and more extreme, it's like we have to figure out new ways, new avenues into, life affirming positive structures for kids growing up and for families.
And I think that's really important as well. Having a movie that comes out great message. And guys, you've also done some great work in the past, like you guys did. We're going to get with Sam. You did Prisoner's Daughter, also Anatomy of a Murder, which won several awards. Rendezvous in Black, Rear Window, and The Secret Detective. Swimming and Atlantic. And tell us about those.
Yeah. Well, the Anatomy of a Murder and is a very famous Otto Preminger film based on a book, which I have the rights to. I have the remake rights yet. I haven't remade the film yet, but I'm certainly working on it. And Rendezvous in Black has not been made yet, and that is the book I was referring to earlier by the famous Cornell Woolrich. Swimming to Atlantis is an amazing book that is set up at Walt Disney Pictures that I have the rights to had optioned a while ago, and it's a great film. It'll be a great film adaptation that's in development there. So it's kind of a wide variety of genres and things, but that's sort of Prisoner's Daughter was my last film before this one. It's really great. It stars Brian Cox and Kate Beckinsale. It's a really great script, directed by Catherine Hardwicke, and it's a cool movie. Yeah, I'd love everybody to watch it. Available now on Amazon, Hulu.
We got to plug stuff too. Can you do it fast, Sam? Like just go do,
Yeah, right.
like Mike.
Yeah.
We got to learn that.
You don't have to be like me. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. So, and Sam, I was gonna ask you another question too. If there's one book that you would love to get a hold of, which you don't have yet, what book would you really get a hold of and turn to an adaptation, and why? What's the one book you really want to get a hold of and turn to an adaptation?
I can't answer that because I don't want anybody to hear it and go after it. So I won't answer that, but there's probably about 10 that are almost untouchable because they're so costly and expensive. But I will be working on them, and I promise I will tell you and come on your show once I get them.
Sounds great. We'll keep a spot for you and keep the coffee warm. That'll be just for you, Sam. So
Thank you.
we'll appear in there. There you go. And Amir, an LA-based writer, producer, founder of Soul Mine Productions. You worked with The Apology, Jimmy Westwood, American Hero, and several theatrical plays. And you can tell us more about those.
So my last film, Jimmy Westwood, is kind of like a Persian Pink Panther. So it's satirical. It's a little slapsticky, but it has a lot of social satire. And it's about an immigrant from Iran who wins the green card lottery and comes to America with his mother. And his idol is Steve McQueen. Like he loves Steve McQueen and Bullet, and he wants to be like Steve McQueen basically. So he becomes like a private investigator, and he's set up by this arms dealer. So there's a lot of political stuff in there, political satire in there. And I guess this was like 6-7 years ago now. And we had a nice theatrical distribution, and it aired on Showtime.
Oh, it's so amazing. And plus you had The Apology. And more as well too. So you had some several award-winning and critically acclaimed ventures.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. And we'll get to more with All There Is with Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion in just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's Missing. The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, and on Amazon, keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner, and the Sensei Swing Eric Diamond with All of Me. New music coming soon, ericdiamondmusic.com. We'll be back with the amazing duo of Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion of All There Is after this timeout. We're back with Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion of All There Is here on the Mike Wagner Show. And lastly, where can we find the movie at and all your works at?
So we're premiering at the Beverly Hills Film Festival on April 1st, which is this coming Tuesday. It'll be at 5:30 p.m. And we're super excited. This is the world premiere of the film. It stars Jason Priestley, Mina Savari, Elsie Fisher, Laura Marsden, and Jack Wright. And, we're very excited. We're honored to be premiering there next week.
Okay, that sounds great. And where can we find your works at? Sam, where can we find your works? And Amir, where can we find your works at?
Well, you find my work at the Beverly Hills Film Festival on
and mine too, because that's our film together.
So yeah, this is going to be on this coming Tuesday, April 1st, and the Instagram page is at All There Is Movie. So All There Is Movie, and people can look it up and see the links to the film, and get tickets if they're interested.
Okay. And then Sam, your production company, where can you find your works at? What's your website? And Amir, also your website with Soul Mining Productions.
SamOkunProductions.com.
And mine is SoulMiningProductions.com.
We want everybody to check it out today. We're with the amazing Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion of All There Is here on the Mike Wagner Show. Just a few more things. What else can we expect from both of you in 2025 and beyond?
Lots of more great movies. Stay tuned. We have a lot of great stuff in the works. Both Amir and I do.
Yeah.
Okay. And Amir, yourself?
Yeah. I'm writing. I'm working on a few different projects, screenplays, something a little bit more commercial, and we'll see how that pans out. I'm in the process of polishing them up.
Okay, we're certainly looking forward to both of those. And who do you consider biggest influences in your careers?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Alfred Hitchcock for me.
Okay.
For me, I would say Charlie Kaufman.
Okay. Very good influences. And what's the best advice you both can give to anybody at this point?
My best advice is if you believe in a story, whether you're a writer, director, producer, actor, keep going. Don't ever stop. You have to just keep going because it takes a while.
It certainly does. And Amir, best advice?
Yeah, same thing. I think desire and passion is the most important ingredient, and then you have to have faith and perseverance, and these things take a while to unfold and manifest. So you got to be patient and persevere.
And that's very good advice indeed, guys. So we're here with Sam Okun and Amir Ohebsion of All There Is here on the Mike Wagner Show. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Learned a lot. Looking forward to having you all soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Glad to have you back. Again, what's the website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase? Check out your works. Check out All There Is and your works, Amir, and your work, Sam.
Thank you. Yep, SamOkunProductions.com. You'll find everything you need.
Amir?
SoulMiningProductions.com.
And All There Is, where can we find it at?
Beverly Hills Film Festival, Tuesday, April 1st, 5:30 p.m.
All right. We want everybody to check it out. Guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. We wish you the best. And guys, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So nice to see you. Thank you.